Don't tell the accountant I stole his mug. That only makes sense if you saw the welcome video, people. Hey y'all, welcome to From the Inbox podcast. You got a solid taste in music and podcast shows, if I do say so myself. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Kane Wilkinson, as usual. Not sure if you saw my recent cameo in the new welcome video for Dusty Organ on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever. Did my segment in one take. Not sure if you saw that. One take. Pretty professional stuff. I'm pretty good. My nickname in high school was One Take Kane because it would only take me one take to do the morning announcements sometimes. And because no one wanted to take me to prom. So it was actually short for No One Take Kane. Joke's on them, because look at me now. Look at me now. I'm on a boat. Anyway, speaking of embarrassing moments in life, Dusty Organ is turning 7 this year. He's turning 7 on February 25th. Woohoo! And to celebrate, I'll be hosting a live DJ live stream on February 27th. That's the Saturday night at 8 p.m. on Twitch. You guys can find me there on Twitch. Might be doing it on YouTube as well. We're going to see if I can do kind of both at the same time. We'll see. Either way, we'll definitely be on Twitch. So I've set up an account, twitch.tv/DustyOrgan. Give me a follow so you get notified the day of about the live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be giving away some prizes, hopefully. Definitely, we'll be giving away at least one $50 Visa gift card. That's kind of cool. I got a budget for that stuff. Yeah. Free money, people. I know. Normally, it's me getting the gifts because it's the birthday boy. But I'm giving it to you guys because I'm so generous. I'm giving you guys the gifts. There's going to be at least one. There might be more depending on what happens, but there's going to be prizes. Going to be some great tunes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get your speakers up. Grab some snacks and drinks. It's Saturday night. Maybe a friend or two if you're allowed. Not sure what your COVID restrictions are. That's all good. February 27th, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Be there or be boring as hell. So if you'd like to help support the show and get a little shout out, I'm going to be doing shout outs during the live stream. Why not subscribe to my monthly membership on Patreon? Patreon.com/DustyOrgan. Or if you're afraid to commit to monthly things, if you're afraid of commitment, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/DustyOrgan. Friend of the show and Toronto artist / producer Adam Blinov bought me 5 coffees last week. 5! What a generous guy. I didn't give him a proper shout out yet, so this is it. Thank you, Adam. Go check him out. He just put out a new remix with another indie artist called Grace Miazga. Her new single, Get Lost, he did a cool remix of that. Very great guy, talented musician as well. Adam Blinov. Or if you're shy and you don't want your generosity broadcasted to the masses, why not buy some merch? That way it's only me and you that know. And whoever else is walking around watching you with their toque on, dustyorgan.com/shop to get a fresh, cozy toque. As usual, mine is not here. Or some stickers, coasters, buttons, whatever else. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the merch store. Go check it out. I've got a few toques left and would love to clear out some inventory by the end of the month or March or something like that. That'd be really nice. And because you're a podcast listener, you can get a winter bundle for $20 all in with free shipping within Canada. That's $5 off. And you'll be giving support to my little blog, my little website. He's turning 7. He's getting so old. I know, started back in 2014. And if you're not feeling the monetary support, that's okay too. You can subscribe to my newsletter. I'll send you a little musical updates if you do that. Drop your mailing list. Drop your mailing address in there, and I'll send you a thank you sticker in the mail so you can rock that Dusty Organ swag in your living room or your bedroom or your kitchen, wherever you're venturing to from within your house. And most importantly, please share the show with your friends. It's the best way to get the word out. Keeping this show a secret from other people is like hoarding birthday cake, and it's not even your birthday. That's just rude. Don't be so selfish. Share it. Don't be ridiculous. Share it. Just share it with people, please. Now, before I get too off topic, this week's show features 5 of my favorite tracks of the week, all of which are featured in the full From the Inbox blog post and playlist up on the website or on Spotify. There are 23 songs waiting to be absorbed by your eardrums from stellar indie acts from across the world, around the world, from around the world, across the globe. I combined those two phrases again. Go check it out, people. There's some cool stuff up there. Go check it out. Also, I want to do a little experiment on this week's show. Since it's week 11, I want to go through some music headlines, do some news. Isn't that kind of fun? Right? Here is the news. Rapper Lil Uzi Vert got a $24 million diamond implant on his forehead this week. Apparently, he's been paying for it since 2017. He's been paying it off, and it's more expensive than his Bugatti. You know what they say, keep your friends close and your diamonds on your face. The Weeknd performed at the Super Bowl over the weekend, and Toronto Mayor John Tory officially declared February 7th, 2021 as the Weekend Day. Torontonians asked, which day? Tory said, the Weekend Day. And they're like, do you mean Saturday or Sunday? No, the Weekend Day. Which one is it? But also, The Weeknd announced a worldwide tour in 2022 with over 100 dates. Another reason to look forward to the weekend when stuff opens up. That one I had to. That was really good, yeah. Diplo and Steve Aoki hosted a Super Bowl party in Tampa over the weekend after the win, with over 2,000 attendees not following any suggested COVID health regulations. As two DJs well into their 40s, they are still trying to stay as viral as possible. Nickelback recently put out a sea shanty version of the song Rockstar, thus sparking a new TikTok trend about showing yourself literally jumping ship to get away from the song while screaming, "We didn't ask for this!" Seriously, Rockstar as a sea shanty? Don't listen to it. It's so bad. And that was the news. Now, before I dive into the show, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, and YouTube. Just in case you're not already, watching it. Go do it while you're listening or watching. If something is not on that, if something on that list and you haven't already done it, go follow me there, please. And now we can get the show started. So here we go. Welcome to From the Inbox, the podcast.
You don't know what you're doing to me. Oh, baby.
All right, half the fun about getting early releases and live updates in the world of new music is because I catch wind of great debut songs fresh in my inbox. People literally hand them to me in my inbox. It's a great feeling. It just really gets me going. And from the land down under comes the latest artist to rock my world in the debut aspect. Her name is Pricie, with IE at the end, not EY. She's an Australian-based, Nigerian-born singer and rapper, and her debut single, Too Dang Good, believe me when I say it, is too dang good. I had to say it. It's just like, she set me up for it. I had to. So if you're a fan of Lizzo or Missy Elliott, you are going to fall in love with Pricie's resounding confidence and blasting energy as she effortlessly moves in and out of singing and rapping. And the song itself is written about understanding your own self-worth, which is a great confidence booster, and she shares, "The message is for women to know their worth and understand that although some things may transpire within their relationship, they're just way too dang good for it." Some big words. So if you're listening to this right now, and you've been scared or doubting yourself about your relationship, this is your sign to do something about it, okay? If you listen to previous episodes, then you know that this show is full of segues. It's one thing, full of segues. And another thing is life-changing signs to change your life for the better. Life-changing. But also, I remove any responsibility for myself if something goes wrong or there's any consequences whatsoever. Okay, thanks. Now, if you want to let your eyes in on the fun of this new song, the music video is a wonderfully colorful and energetic introduction to Pricie and her music. It just captures her intensity and entertaining swagger. So it's not going to be too long before you start hearing more of her. I think it's a phenomenal introduction and first impression. It's going to be on a lot of playlists this summer. I have a hunch. It's on mine already. My Summer Chill playlist. Go check it out if you haven't already. So, let's start the show off with a banger. Here is Too Dang Good from freshly found artist 20, Nick Murphy, might recognize the name, revived his musical alias Chet Faker for the song Low. I think he did a performance on Ellen DeGeneres' show or something like that. But that was some of the first taste of new music under that name, Chet Faker, since the 2014 album Built on Glass. Nick Murphy has been creating music under his real name for a number of years now. He's put out an EP, a couple albums. He's kind of swapping out the electronic, indie-tronica sort of soundscape, and he went into more experimental electronic work with house, and he even put out an ambient album that was for the meditation and sleep help app Calm last year, back in 2020. Well, 2021 is here, and Nick Murphy has doubled down with a second single as Chet Faker, this time in the opposite direction of Low, with Get High, a song all about escapism and chasing those surreal alternate feelings. As you might suspect, there's a blanket of psychedelic pop draped over the track as he plays a cool and calm, jangling piano melody that slowly turns into this groovy electro blues track. Now, there's no official announcement for, a major project, nothing about an EP or album just yet, but I have a feeling 2 songs in 3 months? I got a feeling there's something gonna probably come down the grapevine eventually. It's the only logical thing here, guys. But for now, if you're a fan, this is exciting. Here is his new single, Get High, from Chet Faker, aka Nick Murphy.
I wanna get high. I wanna take a break from myself. I wanna live life. I wanna know all about health. I wanna get over it. I wanna be somebody else. I wanna survive. I wanna just think about myself. Just because I tried doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just because I cry, it doesn't mean I'm not strong. Just because we lie doesn't make it wrong. Just because we cry. Get high. Get high. Get high. Get high. I wanna feel the sun on my back. I wanna sit back. I wanna feel something I like. I wanna get over it. I wanna live long and prosper. Don't wanna think twice. I wanna feel old school in hell. Say, just because I try, it doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just because I cry, it doesn't mean I'm strong. Just because you lie, it doesn't make me wrong. Just because I cry.
Hi, this food delivery is here. Please, you come down.
Get high. Get high. Get high. Get
Hey y'all again. Just wanted to make sure you remembered to follow me on social media. Find Dusty Organ on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, and YouTube. Duh. Assuming you're not watching the show on my new channel. If you're not, go watch it. Pause where you are. Check the timestamp. Go resume over on YouTube. But also follow it on Spotify. And I hope that you're enjoying it. I appreciate you listening on any form, any platform at all. And if you can, please like it, subscribe, rate it 5 stars, leave a review, whatever you do on your preferred platform. Preferably, even if it's like on a YouTube comment, leave me 5 stars. I don't know. I'm still kind of new to that. So, as well, if you're following me on Spotify, unfortunately, my podcast is not directly linked to my Spotify account. You've hopefully been checking out my Dusty Organ playlist because there's some really cool stuff. I've got one for almost every mood, every genre. Want something electronic? Boom, there's one. Pop? I got you. What about R&B and soul? I got you. Metal or punk? I got you. Alternative? I got you. Hip hop? You betcha. What about indie rock and indie pop? Oh, of course. Fun story about that playlist in particular, which is kind of cool. So that's my main monthly indie playlist. It's called Dusty Organ Presents whatever month, 2021. Indie February 2021, we'll say, for this month. I curate it every month, so a lot of submissions come in, and most of the good stuff gets put onto there. Stuff that I really like. And it was at about 69 followers, and it jumped to 280 overnight. I don't know what happened. Can Spotify get bots following? Is that a thing? Is there Spotify bots out there? I don't know. Maybe I put into some Reddit forum or whatever, but yeah, it jumped exponentially to 280 overnight. So that's pretty cool. People are starting to catch on. I'm hoping that's what this is. And if they're catching on, then why aren't you? Not you. You, I know you're following. You're fine. You're fine. But you, I know you're not following. So you should go to Spotify and follow. Okay? Thanks. Just pick a playlist. Any playlist. Pick a playlist. Whatever your favorite genre is. Boop, 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 boop. I got music for you coming out of it. All right, moving on. French electronic pop duo The Pirouettes, which is Vicky Cherie and Leo Bear Creek, have just put out their new album, Équilibre. Hopefully my French accents are in the right spot there. They put their new album out over the weekend, and it's a really fitting title, the whole equilibrium balance thing, because it's a double album, and each side has 9 tracks, so it's nice and balanced. Although, that's what the press release says, although Spotify, one half is 10 and the other half is 9, which does not equal balanced. But maybe the time. I didn't do the math on the time. Anyways, I'm rambling. The first release, this is what's interesting about this one too. They put out 2 other albums before this, but this is the first release following their public separation as romantic partners. The drama! I know, it's crazy. But unlike a lot of couples, they are able to remain professional and fantastic musicians. And exes. That's the crazy thing. So, Équilibre is clear proof. I'm trying to say that with a French accent. I might be butchering it. I'm sorry. And one of my favorite songs of the week is from that album. It's called Oulala, which, after looking up the lyrics online in French, my core French translation skills took over, and it seems to be a bit of a tug-of-war situation, with emotions and communication kind of going back and forth between frustration, love sort of thing. But I probably and could be wrong. So you should judge for yourself if your French is fluent or much better than mine, which is a good chance. Either way, it's a lovely, lovely upbeat French pop track, borrowing glossy synth pop of the 1980s and 70s, especially out of the French Franco pop scene. But it feels a lot more modern. There's a lot more textures, and the melodies themselves feel more complex. And it's straight up having a good time. I'm straight up having a good time. I love the song. It's really, really fun. And the coolest thing is, who says you can't be friends with your exes? Normally I would say I can't, but this is listening proof that you can. So check out Oulala from the Pirouettes.
Oulala, sais-tu bien à qui tu t'adresses sur ce ton? Oulala, ne m'oblige pas à te donner de leçons. l'un d'entre vous finira mal dans ma comédie musicale. Oulala, sais-tu bien à qui tu t'adresses sur ce ton? Oulala, ne m'oblige pas à te donner de leçons. Oulala, oulala, je sais pas, c'est toi qui vois. Oulala, loin de moi. Oulala, es-tu bien certain, plus sain d'avoir raison? Oulala, non, ne m'oblige pas à te demander pardon. Oulala, je peux pas cautionner ces allusions. J'ai mes gars derrière moi, prêts à passer à l'action.
Now that we're about halfway down the show, I just wanted to double down on the reminder about the live stream on February 27th at 8 p.m. on Twitch. Twitch.tv/DustyOrgan. Follow me there. I'm going to be spinning some tunes to get the party on for Dusty Organ's 7th birthday. I'll be giving away some prizes, including a $50 Visa gift card. You can spend it however the heck you want, crazy kids. There might be more than one, we'll see. I'm also open to partnerships. If anyone listening has a small business that they would like to potentially include in a prize pack, if that was an option, DM me or email me. Let's talk. Hashtag DustyOrgan, let's talk. Can I steal that from Bell? Because they aren't really doing anything with it. Marketing scam over there. But yeah, seriously, check it out. February 27th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've only DJ'd for friends maybe twice in my life. So this could go one of two ways. Fantastic, and I'm the next all-star, or horrible, and it's going to be a hoot and a holler. But either way, there's going to be some great music. So check it out. Now, unlike me, this next act is making some big waves over in the UK and hopefully here in North America very, very soon. They're called Sad Night Dynamite, and they are in the front row of my radar right now because these guys are wicked. Since their debut EP SND001 back in 2020, the beginning of the year, the duo of brother-like best friends Archie and Josh, grew up in Glastonbury, I believe, have been creating this otherworldly mix of sounds, incorporating stuff from electronic, like underground electronic music, to 2000s hip-hop and a whole bunch of other stuff in between. On their new single, Smoke Hole, the pair slip into the world of hip-hop in particular, furthering their multi-dimensional and genre-bending sound and songwriting style. It's got a really creepy, slow-burning, moody Dr. Dre-inspired beat with a bunch of hazy psychedelic details hiding underneath, and all of that creates this trippy, eerie, almost eerie sensation, which was actually intentional. So SND wanted to create this feeling of being lost in your own mind and your thoughts, or as they put it, sinking through your own brain. And the further into the song you get, the deeper into your own head you fall. That's kind of why the song gets weirder and weirder. And it definitely does. It's very weird and weirder, and it's also hypnotizing, but also energizing. And speaking of weird, the music video is very creepy. It's this fantastic claymation stop-motion video from this director named Eddie Lawrence. She's very talented, and it's got this nightmarish journey through an amusement park and live festival appearance. It literally feels like, the way the story runs, it just feels like a nightmare where you don't really keep track of timeline and stuff that's going on. And it's all stop motion, all claymation for like 4 minutes. It's wonderful, definitely worth the watch. You can find it over at dustyorgan.com in the new From the Inbox blog post. And there's even an independent article I wrote about the song too last week. And Smoke Hole will be on their upcoming debut mixtape, which is interesting. It's going to be a mixtape out on February 26th, the day before my Dusty Organ's birthday. But for now, take a listen to Smoke Hole from Sad Night Dynamite.
I'll put you in your smoke hole.
Down goes the fake though, doesn't know the sound though. Fading on your streets too long, diamonds in the bag though.
In comes the priest though, begging all the people.
need more backroom silence. Sold them all back for some backroom practice. I'll put you in a snow coat. No rest, I'll cut that. Fuck it, might need more backroom silence. Sold them all back for some backroom practice. Stereo driller, bumping at the back door, shooting your package. Fuck up, rolled out a shot, got dropped at the villa. Outside picking up bars for your dinner. Never been east, might head for the winner. Said I look cheap, might have solved these fillers. Counting up sheep only makes the time go quicker. Mister, I don't fuck with you, get my clipper. Caught my dick in the bathroom mirror. Thought you never leave, now you're back in prison. Dirty old wizard. Down goes the Phoenix though. Doesn't know the sound though. Fading on your streets alone. Diamonds in the bag though. In comes the priest though. Bagging all the people. Engines on the sun, it's up. Builders on the steam. I'll put you in a snow coat. No rest, I'll cut that. Fuck it, might need more backroom silence. Sold them all back for some backroom practice. I'll put you in a snow coat. No rest, I'll cut that. It might need more backroom silence. Sold them all back for some backroom practice.
So we're down to our final track, everybody. I hope you've been enjoying the show. I know this one's a bit shorter than usual. I have an interview with a band coming up next week, so expect something in the near future, but there's just a lot going on this month, so I'm glad you guys are tuning in regardless. And I'm very excited that you guys are with me. It means a lot. What I'm trying to say is I genuinely hope that you have been discovering some kick-ass new music over the last 11 shows. This is number 11. And let me know, are there any favorites yet? Anything that you've got on repeat all the time that you've discovered on the show or the blog post or even the website in general? Let me know. No one ever mentions anything. That's part of the reason why I like doing this, is because I like knowing that artists are finding their match with a listener. It's like Tinder, musical Tinder almost, where I'm the place where people swipe and, artists send me stuff hoping that I'll match them right with the right listener and they have this beautiful relationship for the rest of their lives. And I get invited to all these musical weddings. Oh, I'll be a great MC. If anyone needs an MC for a wedding, let me know. Speaking of which, share this podcast with your friends and loved ones. I hear it will be the next viral podcast show. Get in on it early and be a proud member of getting it there. That's the coolest thing, is when you can be like, oh, I was there since day one. How many people always boast about that? Be that person. You can be that number one person. I'll give you a lot of great things in the future if you do, okay? For now, go check out my Patreon or buy me a coffee and fuel my journey. Thanks. So, to close off the show is the new song from New York psych pop group called Psymon Spine. Psymon spelled P-S-Y-M-O-N. Psymon Spine. It's their new song Channels, and if you've been following my starting lineup playlist on Spotify, you might have already heard it and fallen in love with the song like I did. If not, go follow the playlist after you listen to this, because it's worth it. One of the things that I love about this group in particular is their ability to seamlessly mesh together genres. Their last song, Jump Rope, was a great example, and on this new one, Channels, they've pulled together disco, psychedelic pop, rock, and even a little bit of avant-garde sort of details for a flashy hit. And it's all about trying to find balance in your mind with creative abilities. Something I'm sure many of you listening can relate to, hopefully, like myself. It's all about trying to make sure everything is properly watered and taken care of so nothing is too flooded. It's a perfect metaphor for what it feels like to be creative at times when you've got so many ideas buzzing through your brain. And Psymon Spine transformed that into a dynamic and blood-pumping performance on this song. The energy on the track kind of mimics that sensation of finally having the opportunity to unleash all this pent-up frustration and excitement, and it only adds to the song's appeal. There's even some screaming in there if you listen closely. The band are putting out their new album, Charismatic Megafauna, next Friday, February 19th. So don't forget to keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one, guys. I've already heard a little sneak peek of it. And no spoilers, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, so stay tuned. These guys are definitely going to be one of those artists you're going to be hearing about in the coming years, and you don't want to miss it. So here is Channels from Psymon Spine.
Connecting every part of you. Digging seems to carry water to get it where it needs to go. Life is just finding faster ways to get to work. Connect the parts that feel good to all the things that kind of hurt. The game is called Channels. Create an irrigation system so water doesn't overflow to get it where it needs to go. We're all made up of different notes. Some work together, others don't. Everybody's different and the same, and you can really make a change. But first you gotta dig channels. Channel the oceans and the lakes. Channel the pride that has been shaped. Serve that dealing with anxiety and people who would like to hurt me. If you've got nothing left to teach me, get the fuck out of my face. Don't really need the extra stress. No, I've got too much left to do. No time for existential crisis. You've got to work for your whole life. Every day brings different weather. And when one pond is drying up, you gotta find that water somewhere. The name of the game is Channels. Channel the drama in the face. Channel is just finding faster ways. Channel faster ways to get to work. Channel even when it kind of hurts. Channel I know it kind of hurts. So turn it into something else. You gotta channel that shit out. You gotta channel that shit out. Channels. 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 Channels.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I hope you found something to enjoy. I've said that about 6 times on this episode already. Don't forget to subscribe or follow or whatever it is you do on your preferred streaming platform. And most importantly, like a broken record, don't forget to share it around. I mean, I sound like the broken record, not, share around broken records, because that's kind of a douche move, because there's nothing to, you can't listen to a broken record. Anyways, most importantly, I think it's also broken record player, not just a record. How do I mess that up, guys? What am I doing wrong? Anyways, what I'm trying to say is share it around, share it with your friends, let them in on the secretive little musical journey, guys. It's a secret club, and they are all welcome to join. Kind of like a cult, but without the Kool-Aid. But there is coffee, and you can buy me some at buymeacoffee.com or check me out on patreon.com, both of them /DustYorgen, or head out to the Dust Organ shop to buy some merch, guys. The cozy toques are waiting for you. Your patronage is always appreciated. And if you want to, you can sign up for the newsletter. Any of those are great options to support my work and the site, because without it, Dust Organ will literally disappear into the abyss, and you will all go back to a boring existence with robots and algorithms throwing music at you, expecting you to like it, rather than your comrade here, your friend, and trusted music guru, and his noisy roommate. I hope to see each and every single one of you at the upcoming live stream on February 27th, 8 p.m. Eastern, on Twitch. It's going to be a blast. I got some great music lined up. I will also be open to request potentially on the chat. But hey, you got to be there to request, so show up, guys. Last thing too, if you're a fan of albums, I forgot to mention this, I reviewed 3 wonderful records this week, one of which is actually in the runnings for probably the best album of 2021 already. Check out my new In No Particular Order segment for that fun article. Black Country New Road, Sturl Dogsland, and The Weather Station. You gotta check out these albums. Anyways, I'm not very good at goodbyes, so goodbye.
You don't know what you're doing to me. Oh, baby.
From the Inbox was written and recorded by Kane Wilkinson. Editing was done by my Netflix subscription. It was recorded in front of a carton of expired milk. From the Inbox is a Dust Organ production. All the songs were used with the proper permissions.
No, this ain't my fault, ain't no deja vu. I could rock with you if you wanted me to, but you do you and I keep it real.
I didn't even drink my tea this whole show. Guys, it's still full.